Hi, I'm Dan. I work at Elim Christian Services, and I talk funny. It's usually the first thing people notice about me. I was born this way. Because I talk funny, I've actually been treated differently. My friends had to stick up for me when I was a kid. I still have people snicker at me at restaurants and other public places, but that's not what's important. This is. I used to hate the idea of being disabled. The last thing I wanted was to be categorized that way. So I did what we all do, but probably a little more so. I avoided people with disabilities. I resented it when people told me to apply for a job at Elim, apparently thinking I fit in well at a place that served people with disabilities. I had an attitude about disabilities, and it wasn't a good one. But I'm in a unique situation. Not only was I the purveyor of bad attitudes about people with disabilities, I was also the victim of those same attitudes. That experience, along with my time at Elim, led to the development of the 5 stages of disability attitude spectrum, which shows just how we can change and grow our attitude toward people with disabilities. So we've gone through stages 1 through 3, ignorance, pity, and care. But what comes next? This is where we learn a great lesson about what it means to be valuable in God's kingdom and in our communities. I'd like you to hear what Daryl, a friend of mine from the Adult Services program, thinks about his own value.
Well, when I was born and my mom, the doctor had my mom take this drug and it really got me messed up. And when my mom first found out, she didn't know what to do because the doctors had told her that there was a chance that I wouldn't be able to do anything. But then she got a second opinion, and because the first doctor had told her, I don't belong with the normal people. I wouldn't be able to accomplish my dreams, and the second doctor said, if you have faith and if you have hope, he can accomplish anything. There's a point where I kind of fell down on myself sometimes. I kind of felt like I didn't just fit into this world exactly, and then someone had a great talk with me and told me, God, I may be looked at different in the real world, but there are people that care, and that God loves me and accepts me for who I am.
People with disabilities, just like you and me, are not valued based on what they do or what status they attain. Nor are they valued just because they're disabled. They're important in God's kingdom, again, just like you and me, because of what God is doing in, through, and around their lives. Each person belongs in our community, our churches, in God's kingdom. That's what my friend Bob Hilligans has to say too.
God made me. God made us all. It doesn't matter white or black. God belongs together. God accepted me to community and church. I have a mission, and God made me the way I am.
In 5 stages language, we're talking about stage 4, friendship, and stage 5, co-laborers. We want to spend time with people who have disabilities. Their lives become meaningful and valuable to us. They become our friends. Second, we can begin to see that they are valuable in God's kingdom too, that they, like us, have a mission. They are co-laborers in the kingdom. They have a call to fulfill as part of God's redemptive plan for this world. They are more than people we ignore or feel sorry for. They are worth more than just our care and our compassion. They are supposed to be our friends, and they are supposed to be encouraged and equipped for every good work, which God has prepared in advance for them to do. It makes me wonder, what does it look like for a church to really include people with disabilities? What if you invited a person with disabilities to join your small group? What if you got to know the people in the group home down the street and maybe brought over some pizza sometime? What would it mean to have people with disabilities join us on a service project or at the food pantry? Maybe you are already thinking of ways that you can equip people with disabilities to be part of your community. Each stage is just part of the process. If you find yourself at stage 1 or 2, don't worry about it. That can and probably should change. If you're wondering how to move to the next stage, no matter what stage it is, just spend time with someone who has disabilities. Say hi, introduce yourself, ask them what their favorite sports team is or about their favorite restaurant. Take one step to engage someone with disabilities, and you'll be one step closer to the next stage of disability attitudes. So whether you're at stage 1 or stage 5 or somewhere in between, I hope this helps you understand the attitudes that we have toward people with disabilities, and the reality that each person, with different abilities or not, has a role to play in His kingdom. Maybe you can take another step in your attitude journey today.